How's it going, everybody? Camera's a little fucked. Maybe center a little bit better. Perfect. How's it going, everybody? So this is Tom with Breakless TV. If you are on YouTube, because this is going up on Twitch, this is probably a little bit different than the content you subscribe for. I was doing a lot of Deadlock educational stuff. Still planning on doing that. I love doing that. I'm mostly just waiting for the game to really come out on full access. I've been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals. If you want to see videos on that, you let me know. But what am I doing here? So I'm gonna call a pilot, and you know it's gonna be a pilot because the idea in the name is gonna be called 2 Hour Tom, and this is not gonna be 2 hours, which is an excellent start. But I figured I just like have an hour of nothing to do. My wife's not here, and I have plans in an hour, and I needed to fill it with something, and I've been wanting to do this for a long time. So, here we are. So if you are a YouTube subscriber and you're still around, you're like, who's this guy? Why did he come back? I used to make some Deadlock content. I'd be happy if you stayed around. If you're not interested in this type of content, that's totally fine. I will be making more Deadlock content in the future. But I figured I would just kind of put it out there into the world and just kind of see what happens. So what is this? What is the idea of this series I want to do? The idea is I have a really hard time. Let's take one. Oh, disaster strikes. He has closed the game on accident. Let's hope everything comes back. Okay, I was watching the stream to see if everything came back. So first off, this is Nova Drift. This is a game like I've had on my wish list for a while. It's not a new game or anything. I watched like a little bit of Lethal Frag play it. He likes this game a lot, but it's just like a space roguelike. Something I haven't really. I played like 10 minutes, so it'll work good enough. So the idea for this series, and maybe I should get into this first. I'm just gonna start no mode. All right. So the idea for this series is that I have a really hard time playing the same game over and over again, or really even like committing to a game for a long time. So I want to make a YouTube series where I really like scouring the new Steam games. And the idea is that I want to, when a game just comes out, download it and play it, whatever it is, even if it doesn't seem like my type of thing, and play it for, hour, 45 minutes, 2 hours, really close to that refund window. And then decide, or, give you guys kind of a little review of, hey, I played this for an hour and 45 minutes. Is this a game you should play? Is this a game I'm going to continue to play? Or is this game, a refund? Don't bother with it. Don't bother with your time. And I think that could be just really interesting. So this game, I mean, it's your like really classic roguelike, where you're gonna get upgrades and just kind of go as long as you can. It's a wave shooter type deal. But I kind of find this, so yeah, let's see. I'm really gonna get ahead of myself here, but that's fine. That's why we do this. Split shot seems good. I don't have to aim as much. You can worry about talking. It's in 2 radial waves. It sounds like it's gonna blast around. Oh, cool! This is great. I'm just gonna run into people and hit the button. That sounds like something I could do. So, this video here is like I said, it was a pilot. I'm not expecting anyone to watch this. There are maybe 2 people that I would expect to watch this video. The first person I might expect to watch this video is my boy Eric, because he watches everything I ever make every time I try to do something like this. So I love that man, and if you're here, hi Eric, what's up, bud? The second person I would maybe expect to watch this is this dude named Justin, who commented on all my Deadlock videos, and he was... Justin, if you are listening to this, if you got this far in his video, your comments really kept me making those videos. It felt so good to see someone really interact with the content and like give your own thoughts and I really enjoyed seeing all your comments on all my videos. So if you're here, man, I really appreciate you. Oh, I wonder if that's gonna pop up. I guess not. I have a Steam thing pop up in the corner. You know, a friend came online. So first upgrade you always get, I think, is always a weapon. The second one's always a shield. So I think I'm gonna want something that works kind of close range, because that's what my weapon is. I'm kind of like a melee build. Seeing out rings, targets with the effect. Seems good. I see. So I watched a lot of Northern Lion, and I hope one day for him to become your favorite streamer's favorite streamer, because he's my favorite streamer. And first off, not that, and you know what? None of this matters. I talk about whatever the hell I want. That's the great part about all this, because I'm just smoking. So the thing about him is, I think he's actually really good at video games, and he doesn't always make that very apparent. Well, fuck. He doesn't always make that very apparent, but I realize how hard it is to just always be talking and always be saying something, and also be playing a game. Like, there's so much stuff to read here, and normally when I would play a game like this, I would read all the little points and I would think really hard about it. But I don't want any dead air, and me just sitting here reading this stuff doesn't seem that interesting, but maybe it is. But it's really easy to just, like, when I'm playing these games alone, sometimes I'll miss upgrades and rerolls and stuff depending on how focused I am, or like I'll always have something up on the other monitor. But he'll just stop playing the Bazaar for like 10 minutes and just be talking about something stupid that happened in his day. And sometimes I'm totally in for it, and sometimes I'm like, man, I wish the dude would like keep playing the game and stop talking, because I'm interested in the next thing he's gonna do. And I'm doing that right now. But I guess that's not such a bad thing. I guess you just gotta learn how to mix it. When you fire a weapon, it's 8% chance of being empowered. Weapon rate of fire. I feel like cloak over time. Nah, I think I'm gonna beat this. I'm just gonna be a big, beefy shield boy. And nice, run right into him. And the cool thing about this game is just like, I don't know, the variety of ships and customization you can do. It's got like tank controls where I'm turning left and right and flying, so I think it's kind of supposed to be a little hard to fly around on purpose. On the bottom, I got that blue bar, that's my shield. That red bar is my health. And then there's that white bar between them, which is when my shield will start regenerating. Ooh! Ooh! We're good, we're fine. Yeah, this whole melee thing, I think I gotta be a little bit less of a baby. I think I'm being a little bit of a baby. So now that we've done like the weapon select and the shield select and the like ship body select, now it's just like a bunch of random upgrades. Looks like there's a thing you can change your gear here. I don't know if these are better necessarily or just different choices, but seem okay. I don't know, it seems like kind of a little bit of a waste of an upgrade unless you like want something specific or need to pivot, but I'm kind of all in on this melee thing. Lines? Rapid fire. I don't really want to get hull. Hull feels like a waste. Drones? I'm gonna reroll. I feel that's probably wrong, but I'm gonna reroll. Ooh, I love me a turret. I mean, like shield. I don't shield effect radius. Yeah, this should make my fire shield better, which I don't have to get quite as close for things to start getting burned up. But I think a lot of this is just me playing a lot less like a baby, and like I can get in there and fight things. So actually, one of my inspirations for trying, like, there's 100 people on YouTube and Twitch play video games, like whatever. You'll see 0.001% of them. But my wife has a Twitch channel that like I hope that was really loud. That was a little scary. Build up for no damn reason. My wife has a Twitch channel that like But yeah, by my metric, is like wildly successful, and like just being able to keep that up and keep that going. I don't know how long she's been doing it, but I know her first stream was Cyberpunk. So, uh, you know, at least that long. You know what? I'm a tanky boy. I get regen. Um, and her ability to commit to stuff like that is amazing. And she has another project that she's, I don't know how much I'm allowed to talk about it, but she's really getting there to it being finished, and it's like a huge life project that a lot of people try to do and never succeed, never finish. Yeah, sure. And it's something I could never imagine myself doing, because I have such a hard time sticking with anything. So, yeah, I'm really like impressed and then motivated by her ability to do that. So, yeah, that's like part of the reason I'm here doing this. And I guess like one of the most, my understanding about doing something like this from everyone I've ever like watched, because everyone you watch would be like, oh, I want to be a big YouTuber. What do I do? What's the best advice? And a huge piece of advice I see. Well, I think her damage is nice. A huge piece of advice I see a lot is that just like do it because it's fun. Like, don't do it expecting to have 100 people coming and watching you. And then if it's gonna work out, it's gonna work out. So my thing with playing this game is I don't expect anyone to watch this game. This game is like at least 5 years old, but if you told me this game was 10 years old, I would be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That tracks. This game's been out for a while. So I don't think anyone's gonna come and watch this. It says I have one viewer. I'm pretty sure that's me. Who is, I mean, a very good viewer. Well, I wouldn't even say that. I can be like a loyal viewer. Adds a weaponized shield effect to any shield. I don't know what that means. Okay, so people close to me take more damage? Cool, that's what I want to see. I'm not a very good viewer. I'm a watch your stuff while I do something else kind of guy. So recently I've been playing Master Shield cooldown. Blast radius. I want damage. So like recently I played Yakuza Like a Dragon, just kind of, I don't know, felt like playing it. And so I have ADHD, and if you hadn't noticed, that's probably pretty obvious to those who's watching who has like a loved one or someone else in their life with it. But I can't just like do one thing, which is really frustrating for me. But I need to be like, I will have a game here, and then I have a second monitor, and I will have a YouTube video, and then sometimes I'll like whip out my phone and then be on Reddit, which is ridiculous because I can't be doing all three of those things at the same time. Less damage, less radius, but that's okay. And what's so I have a new rule now where I can't I can have two things going on. That is totally acceptable. I understand that about myself. But if I find myself getting to a third thing, then one of my first two things is not interesting enough. But what's nice about this is that I feel like it counts as a second thing, because this, I mean, I'm not playing at my best, which is fine, because I'm splitting my attention, but that's what I want. I want to be splitting my attention between two things. Because it's just because that's the way my brain wants to work. I want to be doing a bunch of stuff. Enemies rupture when destroyed, dealing blast damage. Sounds sick. And it's incredible. Maybe it's just this game, and that like, so being new at a game like this, and I play a lot of roguelikes, very popular genre. I might just play more of those as more tests before I like really start getting into it. But once you know all the stuff, it's kind of nice to be able to look at all of it and make an informed decision. But when you're playing at the beginning, it's kind of hard to just sit there and read everything and really try to make a good informed choice. And it can be kind of nice to just kind of rip it with something that sounds cool. Like, I'm not reading everything, and I know I'm making bad choices, and I know there's a lot I don't know about the game, and just, it has been very, very freeing to understand that just, like, doesn't matter. I'm allowed to just play a game and have fun, and whatever happens, happens. So I got to this guy last time I played, and I don't know what I need to be doing, but it feels like being inside of here is very, like, fucking Death Star, and it feels correct. I don't know if this is good or not, but it felt pretty good. So yeah, I think that guy killed me last time I tried this game, but I was like more traditional, flying around shooting guy. So another thing, I forget. Man, I really wish I remember what I was listening to so I could credit them. I was listening to some podcast or something, and one of the things I like to say now is the perfect is the enemy of the good. It's really easy to not want to start something like this, or start a project, or building something, or whatever you do. It's really easy not to want to start it because, oh, I'm not going to be very good at it, and I want it to be perfect. The first time I do it, I want to do a good job and be perfect. And that's like not a great way to go about it. So, for example, and this maybe isn't the best example in the world, I think cosplaying is really cool. But I always said that if and I'm not like, you're not going to see me in a cosplay in the next year or something, because I'm not that interested. But I always said, oh, if I wanted to get into cosplay, I would want to make sure I do a good job. Because sometimes people will, like, just put on a wig and be like, oh, this is my cosplay. Not to disparage any of these people at all. Like, you guys are awesome. Oh, when I lose my shield, I lose my heat circle. I don't like that. I think I want more shields. I think my damage is, like, actually kind of good. I wonder if it's based off of shield. Going mouse mode here. Okay, it doesn't seem like it, but be nice. Oh, Juggernaut? The Juggernaut bitch? That's me? Yeah, so I don't like, oh, I don't want to be, I just wear a wig, or I do something simple like, I don't know, so it's something really easy. Because that's not how I would want to do it, but I think that's, like, really the only good way to get, not the only good way to get into it. You can get into anything, any sort of way. That's, like, it's a really great way to get into it. Because it's so much easier once you've done something little to, like, do baby steps and walk and get into it that way. And it's, no matter what, the first cosplay you make is gonna suck. Like, basically, there's no way around that. So you might as well get over the sucky ones. Like, I mean, I've made a handful of videos at this point, but I'm sure this video is gonna suck, and that's cool. That's fine. Just gotta, like, get out there and do it. And eventually it won't suck, but I almost want to say in a perfect world that I'll never notice that transition, that I'll always feel like it sucks. And that's kind of what strives you to do it and get better. So, yeah, I'm just gonna be out here sucking at it. And maybe this is the only video I ever do. But, I would be cool with that. I just, like, I don't know. Oh, not locking in. Hold on. Not everything needs to be perfect or a super long project. Like, if I just did this for an hour and had fun, that would be cool with me. Honestly, that would be a huge success, even if no one ever watches it. But, like, it was a lot of motivation to get the Twitch setup and my microphone setup and my light setup, and I'm actually kind of happy with the lighting here. I like the idea of just being on... Oh, son of a... I'm good. I'm cool. It's fine. It's no big deal. I'm just gonna grab extra shields, like, just because I wanted it, not because not because I need them. Oh God, I lost it. I have this problem a lot where I'll lose my thoughts, and it's really hard when I'm in conversations with a lot of people because they'll be talking and I'll be like, I gotta keep this thought. And if I'm around close friends, I'll literally just like raise my hand and just sit there because that way they know I want to talk and I won't lose the idea. But I don't like getting close to this guy. Don't care for this. Maybe I just wait for my shields to come back. Whoa! Maybe wait for my shields to come back. I like the idea of like being on an like on a commercial airplane. I think this guy's got me cooked. And I'm fine. I'm chilling. I'm relaxed. In my element. Ooh. Okay. Maybe that killed me? Maybe I'm fine? I seem to remember Lethal Frag doing something like that. So that's the only reason I went for it. I don't know if that was good or not. Oh, no, guys, I lost it again. I had the... Oh, yeah, the idea of a commercial pilot. Just like, while you're flying somewhere, you're flying to Hawaii or something, and he's just like, oh, yeah, hey, how's it going, guys? I'm bored during my flight. What's going on? And he's, like, hitting shit or whatever. He's, oh, it's fine. Telling you about his life. I don't think I'm flying into this one. That didn't... Oh! I think I should have flown into that one. That felt like it went really bad. Okay, but, yeah. Good little first run. I don't know if there's, like, an end. It says the mode's arcade. I hate entering my initials. Like, I mean, I just don't... Yeah, see, I played Shark the last time. Maybe I should just keep doing that. I did get a higher score, and I do like that. I don't know. It's really weird to enter my initials. And I think it's even... Challenge mode locked. Unlocked as you accumulate score. Just gonna play regular. I feel like I might have like a little bit of a weird complex with my name. So my name is, and like I'm not gonna dox myself because I have a super common name, and like that's not what's gonna end up doxing me if that happens. You know, my name is Tom, and that's how I introduce myself to anyone. But that's not, you know, true. I love me a grenade, a salvo of wild heat-seeking missiles. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See, look, this is great because... Oh, they recharge. Okay, this is great because I don't have to aim them really good. I need to aim them a little bit. So, yeah, my name is Tom. That's what I have everyone call me, but that's not really my name. My name is Thomas, which no one really... Well, some people call me, but it's not really like a thing I go by, but I do write it on forums. And growing up, my family and everyone call me Tommy, which I actually think is a sick name. I've come around to it. But around, like, 5th grade, I went, Tommy's a childish name. I'm a big adult man. I'm going to go by Tom, which is what adults go by. And that's fine and cool, but it's always kind of felt a little bit weird, to be totally honest with you. There are some people that are super attached to their names, and I'm just not one of them. Let's lock in here real quick. I can read 2 paragraphs of text, I promise you. I play Magic the Gathering. I can do this. Teleports the bear forward. That sounds awful. I don't want to teleport randomly. Can I get, like, regular shield? Shockwave. Pushes and pulls targets. We're on the warp shield, ladies and gentlemen, after I just talked shit about it. Ooh, purple. It's so pretty. Anyway. So, yeah, I have, like, a weird name complex. Like... When I sign forms and stuff, I put my full name sometimes because that's my name, and I'll respond to any of them. When I have to put my name down for like my initials and stuff, I just feel like weird, like they don't belong to me. Blazing thrusters burn targets. Fire weapon has a chance of being powered. Sounds easy. Oh, I do not like these laser guys. It feels nice going around, like, wrapping the screen against them since they can't turn very fast, but I'm not quite good enough to do that at will. So, you know, I feel weird picking names in games too. I love a random name generator simply because... Oh, gotta get my missiles back. Simply because it, like, takes a lot of the pressure off me for picking it. Oh, alright, that was kind of cool. It takes a lot of pressure off me for picking a name. Because I don't want to pick something stupid. And so that makes me... Blast radius... I don't know. I want more projectiles. Getting more projectiles when you already have a lot of projectiles is typically kind of bad in games like this, but I'm just making choices. I'm not worried about winning the game. That's something that's totally within my power to do as a person. I'm more worried about talking and not having very much dead air. But when I make a name for a game, so first off, my default, and whether this has come around on any of my other things, is Sharkfister, which is a name I came up with when I was 13, and I still find it kind of funny. And the main reason so there's like a couple, oh, these are experience. I'm not picking up the experience all the time. I keep it for weapon spread. I don't care for that, I think. Drones, maybe I wasn't re-rolling any. Projectile size? Weapon damage? That seems good. Ooh, another down the tree? Firing array. And blast radius for your center projectiles. Other weapon projectiles also receive adjustments? I don't think I have a center projectile. Improves weapon targeting seems nice for my goals here. So, yeah, so I have this stupid name that I came up with when I was 13, and I actually like the story behind it. I was with my cousin, and he had just gotten an Xbox 360. And, you know, you have to make a profile. And he's like, I want something cool that sounds scary, but is, like, also different. And for some reason, I thought the funniest shit when I was 13 is Sharkfister 3000. And I probably didn't really know what that meant 100% at the time. I got it was a funny sex thing, but I didn't really get the whole, the whole idea of what was going down. And let's see, fire weapon launching a pair of smaller weapon. This is great. I just want to fire more crap. And what's funny is he said, that's the stupidest name I've ever heard, more or less. And I said, well, for you, basically. And I had to make a profile on his Xbox anyway, so we could play Halo, right? Got to sign in and rep that flaming skull. So I used that. And shortly after that, ooh, getting sucked off. I'm going in there. I think I'm supposed to. It like almost kills me, but I don't know. Last time I didn't, I got fried by the screen. So next time I won't go in. We'll see what happens. Anyway, and then League of Legends came out like very shortly after that, and I mean I was in high school, so all I had was free time. I basically had stopped playing World of Warcraft at that time, so I would imagine fire rate would maybe weapon, yeah, interval duration. So I think that's gonna give me more missiles per second, like charge up, which seems good. I don't feel like I deserved that exactly. Yeah, so League of Legends comes out, right? And like I said, I have a hard time picking names for picking names for things. And so that was like the last name I used, and I was like, ah, cool. Let's just go with this. And so the advantage is the Sharkfister. Let's hit a little pros and cons here. First pro, it's never taken. That shouldn't surprise any of you out there. I'm sure you can kind of figure that out on your own. Plus 2 projectiles. That's me. pro number 2 is, since it's like just like a stupid like thing, it kind of fits everywhere. You can name a character it, you can name a profile it, you can name a ship it. Just kind of, you just slam it on there because it's nonsensical. Sure. Oh, all those little missiles are me. There's my little guys. So that kind of rolls. The third big pro. I'm into this build, by the way. This is very very easy on the hands. The third big pro. Yeah, get out of here, bud. Showing up like you're a big guy. Third big pro is that it makes teenagers laugh. So like, and I don't think it's my name for Marvel. I can almost guarantee it's not my name on Marvel Rivals. But, you know, in a game like that, I'll get into a lobby, and I get like a lot of people be like, funny name, or like they'll ask me about it. And so it's like a lot of fun to just, I don't care about velocity. I do like rate of fire, but like, I think the way I'm assuming, the way this works is like, when you get the first one, it unlocks these two, and then if you get these two, it unlocks a third one. So I want whatever the third one is. I'm not going to read it. But yeah, people online find it like funny or just engaging in any way. And I don't, to be honest with you, at that point, I don't really care if they're laughing at me or with me. I'm just happy that people are having a good time. So big pro. Big fan of that. So it's been like an easy go-to, and you even see that damage does not seem nearly as good here as like the last build. We'll see how this goes. The big pro there. Cons. My wife and every girl I've ever dated who's learned about it hates it, which is fair and the correct choice, because the people who like it and think that it's funny are. Oh, I should be in here. Uh-oh. Oh, it's fine. That was planned. Can't be stopped. The people who think it's funny and like it are teenage boys and, like, men who are, like, extremely stupid. Which is not to say I've never met a girl who does like it, but they have never presented themselves to me as such. And, unfortunately, I assume everyone online is everyone playing a game online is a man, which is probably pretty, I don't know, probably problematic in some way. It's got like burst fire and weapon rate of fire, so I don't know, I'm trying stuff. The more missiles on the screen seems like I'm going in the right direction, to be honest with you guys. So another con. Total thrust while your weapon rate of fire increases each time you fire consecutively or while charging your weapon. Take ramping whole self damage when you fire your weapon consecutively. I think this is going to be good. Because I spend a lot of time charging my weapon, I don't spend a lot of time firing consecutively. I'm worried about the hull damage, but in the thrust might be bad. But I think I'm kind of a burst guy, so we're gonna try it. I don't know, seems okay. Another con. So as I get older, moving through, that's sick. I can see the appeal of this game. I feel like the build is getting there. So, as I continue on and get to the other later stages in like an armor fragment, I don't know what that is. I want the regen. I don't know how much damage I'm going to be taking from this siege weaponry thing, but I want to just cover that option. It's one upgrade. Anyway, so like I have a niece and I have some like my friends have kids and stuff, and I'm not really planning on having kids at this point in my life, but if I want to play a game with my niece, I don't really want my name to be Sharkfister. I'm sure you can put that one together. Weapon rate of fire? Sure. I don't want to have to explain that to them. And yeah, I remember the first game. I've been playing games with my dad since I was a small boy. I mean, some of that was like watching him play World of Warcraft. I would just like sit there and watch him play, or watch him play like Diablo 2, like late at night. But you know, I got old enough to play with him. I don't want to lose rate of fire. The rate of fire right now feels like the worst. You have no shield? Nah, dog. I ain't. Reroll? Mines. Which increases your speed increases? That seems like fine. Shield regen? Yeah, I remember it. It was StarCraft 2. I wanted him to play StarCraft with me, yep. I just. He's like, "Oh, what's your username?" And I'm like, "It's Sharkfister," and he said, "Okay," and that was kind of the end of it. I'm sure he thought it was funny. Oh, I've been holding the button. I just gotta tap it. I'm sure he thinks he thought it was funny in the way that like my child's a moron, which is fine. Like I said, I don't care if people are laughing with me or at me. So I've been kind of shortening that to Shark, which is fine. I don't really have an affinity for sharks at all, I don't think. More damage, the more damaged you are. Don't really like stuff like that. Hold can be nice. Shield. Blast radius? Yeah. Speed and damage can be nice. I'm sure this is like the most riveting thing in the world. This is something that like when you get 500 subscribers, talk about life stuff and get to know people more as a person. But to be honest with you, I'm just happy that I'm saying anything at all while I'm playing the video game. Like I said, this is a pilot. I don't expect anyone to watch this, so maybe someone will like this will get deep buried. So I watch a lot of like documentary style videos, you know, people talking about all sorts of stuff. If you've ever watched Turkey Tom, he does videos about, you know, content creators and stuff. I'm not going in that. I'm not doing it. If it kills me, it kills me. He does videos about content creators and YouTubers and stuff like that, and all right, I'm fine. Whether it's good or not is what it is. But you know, people who So what was the problem there? I felt like the damage was kind of low. Maybe I wasn't building the right stuff. So that's my guess. I don't think it was a defense thing. I mean, no. But it's better than my first. It's almost as good as my second, or it's my first run. Huh. Wonder what that is. Probably got time for one more here before I have to start doing my chores for my plans. Damn, I don't even remember my last thought. Unlocked a new thing. I'm just happy to play with the regular game until I kind of learn it a little bit better. Yeah, so I've been kind of using Shark for a little bit. So what's funny is that we've done Salvo. I think I did Grenade on my first run. I'm a big explosives guy in games like this, but we'll just do a split shot. Aim a little bit more, but also not have to aim perfectly. What's funny is that when I locked in there. Can't get hit by that one single shot in my ring run. Force reset. get hit by all those, but it's different. You wouldn't understand. Those are fine too. So when I, became a teenager and I started having like a little bit of money because I was working part-time at Toys R Us, which is actually a job I look back on pretty fondly. I started to have some more money. My dad had a Steam account, which is the one I'm currently playing on. He got it to play, I'm gonna say Half-Life 2. Because I think Half-Life 1 was just a disc. And I know I played it, he played Half-Life 1. I watched him do it. I've also played it, but I think that was just a disc at the time. And I think Half-Life 2 was like the first big Steam game that like, hey, you get it. I think we still had a disc for it, but it's like you have to download this client. So he had this client, and then I think I want to say the first thing I ever got on Steam personally myself was the Potato Pack, which if you're old, you might... Old? God, I'm not that old. Old Breaker? I don't want to crash into things. Let's just take this damage body. Old. If you've been around for a little bit, is what I'm going to say instead of old. You would know is when Portal 2 came out. This is bullshit. Don't always listen to this. I'm giving you like history lessons and just talking about my life, but maybe maybe people are just gonna love me for no goddamn reason. When Portal 2 came out, I'm fine. No, see, we're good. When Portal 2 came out, there was this like big mystery potato thing that happened where a bunch of like, I don't remember the exact thing around it, but like it was clear that potatoes had something to do with Portal 2, and all these games got infested with them. It was like 15 indie games. And there was like hidden achievements. They all came out with like special new levels that were really hard, and it was like there's this like huge potato mystery, which like, that could be a really cool like YouTube video to make something on. We'll see if I remember that. You like more projectiles? You have all these rerolls? No, I want damage and velocity and... I want like... I can't seal things. I know that's a... I think that's a thing in this. Burst fire? Anyway. So, yeah, this whole potato thing happened, and you could buy, like, the potato pack. And it was, like, 15, indie-ish games for... I don't know. It was probably like $20 at the time. And I was like, oh, this is going to be really cool. Target hits are ignited. Sounds sick. And so I wanted to buy that. And just you get all these games and try all these cool games out. And get part of this mystery. And it also came with Portal 2, which I was already planning on getting anyway. So I bought that on my dad's Steam account. And basically, like, since then... At the time, we were like more 50-50 on it. But then I was a high school student, and then after that, a college student. So I would love to just lay into this guy and just have him die. Yeah, I'm not running away from that. So I just kind of took it, basically, and I mean, like. At the time, you could kind of both play on it at the same time. Why would my weapon be on cooldown? I don't know what this means, but I'm down for it. Ah! Well, maybe I can, like, hold it and then get a burst fire for a little bit. But yeah, so I just like kind of took it. Oh, I ain't going in there. Oh, you know what? Maybe I do know what this is. Maybe this skips me a bunch of rounds forward, which like makes the game harder but gives me more points. No, it still says I'm level 8. I don't know what round it is though. I can't possibly keep that number in my mind. Yeah, because I've done that and now I feel like I can't kill anything anymore. But maybe that's been the case for a little bit. Maybe the build sucks. So yeah, I don't know when, but he made his own Steam account somewhat recently, which is, basically I've defeated him in the marketplace of ideas. I've taken what is rightfully mine. So I have this Steam account, and so this wave 25. I don't think it skipped me waves. I don't know what the singularity does. So why did I bring that up? Weapon damage. Yeah, it says damage on it. I don't know. The main reason I brought that up comes back to the name thing. So one of the the name of that original account. Well, and it's the name I still use. I guess it doesn't matter. NLC says his name. You could find his Steam account. I'm not gonna pop off and act like I don't know nobody, so it doesn't matter. So the name of that Steam account was TS Ghost. Tom Smith White is a ghost. I mean, I guess I said my last name, but fuck, does it really matter? Like, I know NL's last name, and my name is not very common, as you have learned. And I kind of like it as part of my identity, which is like super counter to something I just said 30 minutes ago. But the Tom, not attached to Tom Smith. Now that's my shit, man. Because I don't know, it's kind of funny. People will get all like people are like, oh, is it really your last name? Like, oh no, I lied to you, like motherfucker. Come on, charge shot. I want to charge. This can't have been the thing I'm supposed to be doing. This does not feel right or good. That gets kind of sick. Okay. If I go freak mode, I can just shoot. This sucks. But anyway, so I. What might have not been, I mean, because the only person watching at this point is definitely Eric. He knows this. But me and my father share the same name. I'm not a junior. Do not call me that. That is not what this. He did not like that idea, so I'm not. But so I just kind of also took his username. So I use that sometimes because it's just like my Steam account. And I never really wanted to change my Steam account name because we shared it for so long, and now we don't share it anymore. But I just never changed it. So I'm kind of attached to that too, but also not mine. So in some ways, I don't want to just use that. Although I don't know, my dad might think it's cool that I use it. And if anyone ever watched this crap I make, maybe he would think it's cool that that's what happened. Or maybe I'm just talking on my ass. I don't know when this is fully charged. Better? I don't know. It feels better than charging. So I've noodled around with TS Shark, your projectile splinter. Weapon fire rate's gotta affect charge, right? Charging improves projectile count? Modifiers to weapon rate of fire affect charge rate. Okay, I cannot take weapon rate of fire down. That is not acceptable. Yeah, so I noodled around with TS Shark. Which, I don't know, is fine. I'm not... Shield radius is nice. My shield's slowing projectile. So I'd use that for a little bit for some things, and I don't know. I don't like any of it. It's too hard to it's too hard to pick a name, man. I envy people who have cool usernames and stuff. I don't know that all of my friends would love me sharing theirs, but I have some friends that I think they got just like cool names that they use all the time that I'm pretty jealous of. But we'll see. This like I don't even remember when or where the Breakless thing came from, but I always thought it was kind of a cool like philosophy that of just like never slowing down and never stopping. And like obviously you have to slow down and stop sometimes. And I like to pride myself in being like a somewhat patient person. I wish Splinter would know I don't want to. Take damage, you get armor stacks? Yeah, sure, whatever. But, you know. I think this was in some stupid movie, but I like the idea of, like, being inevitable. That if I... And this is, I'm sure this is, like, some kind of coping mechanism. Capacity. That if I put my mind to it and like I locked in and I did something enough, I could do anything. And that what's really convenient about that is that I'm so bad at locking in and doing that. That way I never feel like I failed, because I don't think, oh, I failed, I can't do that. I just think, I didn't have the motivation for it. Oh well. Which is definitely like a coping mechanism of some kind, but you know, so it goes. I think it's okay to have occasional coping mechanism. Armor stacks, I mean, I just buff my armor, screw it, doesn't matter. I think it's okay to have an amount of a coping mechanism. So I play some amount of Magic the Gathering, the same way I play some amount of many games. But I listen to a lot of podcasts. I play a lot of Limited. I'm excited for the new Tarkir set. I'll play, you know, a non-zero amount of that. I listen, you know, like Limited Resources and other one whose name I can't remember right now. Not Limited. Damn, I'm sorry, guys. Not that you'll ever see this, but I don't think those guys. I don't think I've ever let these guys be alive long enough to let them like chomp me like that. Anyway, and one of the things Luis Scott Vargas, very famous Magic player. I know I don't want. I see this and I'm like, ooh, it's splitting the projectiles. Like I like the idea of that, and I see weapon rate of fire, but I can't take weapon rate of fire down because it's my charge speed. I think that's gonna nuke me. This probably seems fun. Oh, this is like the middle one is a big blaster armor stacks. I don't know. The armor seems fine. Anyway, one of the things. So they talk. I hope Limited Resources is his podcast because I can't remember the name of the other one. One of the things that people were talking about. Oh, I'm trying to play more competitively, and you know, it's hard to deal with tilt and stuff, and everyone deals like with tilt, especially playing competitive games. But how talking about like some things are not in your control, and you want to. Yeah, this guy's a chump. I'm simply just going to charge up my big blast them and not take. Yeah, that never hits me. I'm in the drift. I'm locked in. I'm in my element. Yeah, right. As if. Anyway, one of the things he talks about is like, I've been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals. Been playing ranked just with my friends, kind of casually. It's just like for fun. I'm not gonna win a tournament or anything anytime soon. But when you're doing something like that, or like when I was playing a lot of Deadlock, I'm a big proponent of like, when you lose a game, I don't think you should blame the other people on your team necessarily. So, oh, this is a siege weapon thing. I don't know. Let's try it. I lost the last run with it, but it seems cool. Blast radius? Okay. So like, we're playing Marvel Rivals. I'm about to talk to you like you know what Marvel Rivals is. But you have a support on your team. You're playing League or Dota or whatever, and you go, this player's doing bad. This player is 0-20. They're the reason we're losing. I don't think that's very constructive from a improvement standpoint, because you are gonna play with random people, or you can't control the other people on your team. Even if it's like your friend, and sure you can like help them improve and talk to them and stuff, but like you can't control them. The only person you can control is yourself and what effect you had on the game. And you're also the common denominator in every game you play. So yeah. So in those like situations, being like, oh, this person is the reason we lost is not good from an improvement standpoint, because instead of thinking, oh, what could I have done better? Sure, they went 0-20, but you didn't play perfectly. You never play perfectly. That's just the nature of the beast. So you should really be thinking, oh, what could I have done better? How could I have, dealt with the issues? And that's good from an improvement standpoint. And to get back to the magic point, like, oh, how could I have played better? What could I have done differently in draft, what have you? That's scary. But also, when it comes to tilt and stuff, you have to... you can accept that that there are things out of your control. And it's okay to say, oh, this person went 0-20, like, that's why we lost. And first off, don't say that to the person. That's just like really rude. You don't have to kick someone while they're down. People have bad games. But internally to yourself, be like, oh, this person went 0-20, that's why we lost that game. That's fine and healthy from like a, it's not all your fault. You don't have to blame everything on yourself, because that can be really self-destructive. So that's a healthy thing to do and say, this is what happened. This person didn't do very well. But on the other end of that, saying, okay, well, this person is the reason we lost. It happens. What could I have done to do better anyway? So you can play both sides of it, and I think both sides are nice and healthy. What's really cool is I have no clue how I got there, why I started talking about this. I don't know, maybe I'm just talking a lot of self-improvement stuff. So I, somewhat, I don't know, not recently in the grand scheme of, what's recent, right? In the past couple years, got diagnosed for ADHD and kind of understood my struggles and started taking medication for it. And what's funny is when I take my medication, I get like really talky and no. Be cool, guys. I don't think they can. Cool. Come on. We're fine. Hold on. And it was, I mean, there was nothing you could have done there, right? I played perfectly, obviously. And so yeah, I lock in and I talk a lot, and I'm like able to fully take in what I'm doing and enjoy it more. Which in a way kind of brings us full circle, in that I like doing this, and what's funny is I had a hard time I really had a hard time sitting down and like being like, okay, I'm gonna record this video that no one's gonna watch, that doesn't matter. I had a hard time sitting down to do this, but once I did it, I had a lot of fun doing it, and now I have plans I gotta stop this recording. Stream that no one watched. Fine. I had a really fun time doing it. And sometimes it's hard to sit down and get into this chair, but like, I don't know, I like doing this. And maybe if no one ever watches, like obviously it'll be less fun. And there's like a novelty thing. I'm big on novelty, I've learned, which is why I want to do this 2-hour Tom thing where I just play a different game. But I think I mean, what's funny is I brought up like a list of conversation starters. So one of the cool things about having a big chat like NL when I watch him, the other streamers I watch, is that you can bounce off your chat back and forth and it makes it a lot easier to talk. And I don't have that obviously. But so I thought, oh, I'll bring up a bunch of conversation starters. That way if I get lost on something to say, I can just like pick something up and start talking about it. But I didn't need to use that at all, which was kind of cool. Maybe I'll keep it saved somewhere. I was like, this is not going to go forever. I don't know why I just started talking about the stuff I started talking about. And it probably wasn't the funniest thing in the world. I like to think I'm a pretty funny guy. And I didn't talk about the game. Hardly at all. It's also not what I would expect from these. I mean, I kind of knew what this game was going. Or the pilot. So if you stayed till the end, thank you. Hello again, Eric, for your seeing. I had a lot of fun. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hopefully you look for something in the future. Have a good one, guys.